Right, so I'm gonna book in at this train station for 1 day. See how much that is. So that's from today at 2:45 until tomorrow at 2:45. It's £5.70. I'd say that's pretty reasonable. So as you're probably aware from the title of this video, I'm staying at a train station car park tonight, and it's absolutely miserable outside. I was sort of contemplating what to do this week, and what do you do on a miserable rainy day? Let's test how stealth this van really is. The main part of the train station is just here. There is a police car over there. It looks like that's their permanent parking space, so at least I know I'm gonna have protection tonight. And then that's the way out. I've heard that this car park is actually quite strict. I was reading like the reviews online, and somebody got a £100 ticket for slightly parking over the white lines. Hence why I made sure that I tucked myself in as far back as I could when I parked the van. Oh, that is close. I can't really see any cameras anywhere, and I figured the worst thing that they're going to do is probably send me a £100 parking fine if I stay in the van. But I still need to not make it obvious, not draw attention to myself, and the only way to do that is to get in and out through the front, through this door here, as opposed to the sliding door or the back door, and also not be sort of getting out of the van every 5 minutes to take pictures or, you know, to go from one place to another. I don't have any food with me tonight, so we will need to go into town and go to a shop, and I might go to a pub as well, just so that it does get us out a little bit. But again, I need to be very careful about leaving and then coming back as well, without drawing too much attention to myself. Now, I do need to get this van all stealthed up in the front here, so I'm going to put my hard hat on the passenger seat top like that. Nice. My newspapers, which are already out, I did move them because they were annoying me when I was driving, so that can go there. I'm going to put the mask on top as well. What else have I got? The humidifier can just live there. I have added to the mess as well by putting a chocolate wrapper, but that was actually just me. I don't have a bin up here, so I just thought, yeah, let's just add to the mess on the dashboard. I do also have my sign writing on the side of the van today as well, so at least it might sell the builder's van a little bit more, but also keep people away from me, because they'll think, asbestos, I'm not going near that van. So all I need to do now is pop into the back, get comfy, and figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner. Here we are, nice and cozy. So I am pretty much shut off from the outside world in here, although I do have CCTV, so I can keep an eye on the outside world if I want to. But how well does it work in the rain? It looks like we've got a few droplets of water on the camera, but other than that, I'm sure it's going to work just fine today. It's feeling a little bit chilly back here. It's so well insulated. I mean, the temperature's dropped anyway. I'm so glad I've got a diesel heater, because else tonight might have been really, really cold. So I've just been sat here chilling, watching some TV. And the thing that I've noticed is that every so often, I should probably have expected this, the train station tannoy goes off. Please, literally probably one every 20 minutes. I'm hoping as the night goes on that quietens down, because you know, that'll be interesting. I was gonna see if I could wait until the rain stops before heading out and getting some food for tonight, and just sort of scoping out the area. But I've just looked on the Met Office app, and it looks like the rain's not going to stop until tomorrow morning. So I just need to get my waterproof coat on and just head out in it. Remember, we don't go out the side door when we're trying to be incognito. We go out through the front. I'm going to take my backpack so that if we do get anything from the shop for food for tonight, then at least I can carry it in that. Right. So I said earlier that this was quite a strict car park, with somebody getting a ticket for not parking within the marked bay. And it does actually say on here, failure to park within the marked bay you will get a ticket for. Overstaying the parking period paid for, you get a ticket. Failure to purchase and display a ticket. Motorcycles are free. No heavy goods vehicles. That's good because my van's a light goods vehicle. No buses, and tickets are not transferable to another vehicle. So it doesn't say anything about you can't sleep in your van. So all you say in this sort of event when you're filming or anything like that, and they spot you, there's a train coming, you literally just say, I'm a train spotter, and then what are they going to do? That's my alibi, I'm a train spotter. So here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because it's freezing and the weather's so bad. I'm going to first go find a pub so I can warm up and have a beer, and then I'm going to find either a supermarket or like a smaller shop so that I can get some food for tonight. But because of where I'm staying, I'm thinking I'm probably going to need to eat like cold food. I don't really want to be cooking in that car park. I don't want to draw attention to myself by cooking bacon or burgers or anything, so it might have to be cold cuts tonight. If I'd known there was barrel bikes, I would have taken one of them. Right, let's get back into the van and out the rain and warm up with the diesel heater. Oh God. I'm in, oh no, I've lost my helmet. That's what she said. Oh God, get on there. Get your bag off, chuck your bag in. There we go. I'm absolutely drenched. Right, let's get back into the van. Right, I'm going to get the diesel heater on, warm it up in here. I think I might need to get into my pyjamas now because I am literally drenched right through. When I say I was drenched through, look at me. Can you see that? You see how wet my trousers are? So I'm thinking I'm just going to change my trousers. My shoes are absolutely soaked as well, maybe change my socks. The floor in this van is wet now as well. I do have some towels, but I obviously didn't think this through. The only way I can get to the towels is by through the back doors. So I almost need like a towel in the van area that I don't have to go outside to access. I think that would work a lot better. It seems ironic I'm going to talk about this now because it is absolutely raining and miserable. But we have had a little bit of sun recently. And I want to talk to you about today's video sponsor, which is Renogy. And they've actually sent me 2 120 watt solar panels to test out. Obviously I can't test them out right now, so let's go back a few days to when they arrived. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Renogy for not only sending me these two 120 watt solar panels, but also for sponsoring today's video. As you're probably aware, I always mount my solar panels onto the roofs of my vans with these roof racks. And the issue that I get is that these upright parts on the roof rack tend to create shadow on top of my solar panels. It means that the solar panel is not working to its full potential, and it can be a bit of an issue. It's the same with my Ford Transit as well. I've got a very similar roof rack on top with a solar panel up there as well. It's never running to its full potential. But Renogy have thought about that by releasing this, and it's called the Renogy Shadowflux. And the way that it works, unlike other solar panels that can actually drop in power dramatically or even completely stop working altogether when parked under a tree or when you get a little bit of shade on top of your solar panel, well, these are designed to not do that, so that you get the best performance out of most shaded conditions. And the Shadowflux doesn't just protect you from shaded areas, you also still get enough power even if there's bird mess on the solar panel as well, which for me is a game changer. It's also super light as well, with each panel coming in at just 6.8 kilos. But let's face it, you all want to sort of see how well one of these panels performs. I've disconnected this one, so we're just going to be running off the one. And now, in full sun, we're getting 118 watts, 119, 120 watts. So on a sunny day, we're actually getting the full capacity for one of those powers at 120 watts, which you never normally get with any solar panel I've ever used. They state it's 200 watts, whatever it is, and you never get that, ever. We're going to stick it in the shade now and just see how well it performs. So the only thing I can think of to use to shade this is my tools. So you see that? We now have a shaded area on the solar panel. We're still getting 93 watts. I will link this product below, and if you use my discount code, you'll get some money off as well. I think now I'm just gonna leave it plugged into my power station, and because it does need a bit of a charge anyway, and it's free energy. To be fair though, don't mind me, just sat here in my pants. It was quite a nice little walk into the city. Got lots of goodies for dinner, which is good. I've said this before and I'll say it again, there's nothing better than a nice cozy camp when it's raining outside. Hearing the rain hitting the roof of the van, I wouldn't change it for the world. Okay, so this is what I've got, okay? So this is proper, literally, what, in my opinion, what a man would order himself if his wife gave him 20 quid and said, go to the shop and get yourself some dinner. We have some popcorn for dessert. I bought a white baton. I bought myself some honey and mustard chicken pasta. Some Mr. Porky's pork scratchings, some sweet chili hummus, that's to go with the bread for dipping. I got myself some continental selection, which is just cured meats. Now, I don't eat fish because I'm allergic, but in Tesco you can get some sushi that's not got fish in it. And this is katsu chicken and hoisin duck sushi. Nice. Maybe it's a little bit posher than what a normal guy would get, but you know. I also got these cheddar and caramelized onion chutney rolls. So, and obviously bar of chocolate and some sweets. So lots of food. I mean, there's a chance it may even be too much food, but I'm gonna, before I make a plate up of all these lovely different types of food, I'm gonna just eat some pork scratchings. Alright, so I'm going to start prepping my dinner all on this plate. So I'm thinking I'm going to just do one thing of each. So here it is, my meal for this evening: cured meats, bread, sushi, sausage roll, pasta and hummus to dunk my bread in. My non-alcoholic beer for the evening is this, whatever it is. Don't really have a bottle opener other than this, which was on that Gerber thing that I've got. It should work. There we go. Excellent. Right, I will give you my honest opinion of this right now. Oh, it's actually a cider. a non-alcoholic cider. It's all in French, so I didn't actually know. But it's good. It's tasty. You can't really go wrong with this, can you? Haha, look at that. Do you know what? I might even eat this watching the TV.
Schizophrenics were being in my face and annoying the bejesus out of me.
So I've nearly completely eaten this. What I'm thinking, once I've dried off and everything eaten, and the sun goes down, I will do a little recce outside, just to make sure, leave all the lights on and everything, and just make sure that the van doesn't look occupied from the outside, just to see what this car park's like in the evenings. If there's enough cars in here like there were when I got here, then I wouldn't think anyone would think anything of me being parked here. But if all the cars leave and I'm like literally the only van left in here, or the only vehicle left in here, then I might stand out like a sore thumb. We've got to wait for the sun to go down. It's now 6 o'clock. I reckon we've got another couple of hours. I'm just gonna peep outside. Because the diesel heater's on, we have a bit of a steamed up window, so I might need to just crack that a little bit, just to let a bit of airflow. Right, it is officially dark outside now, so let's go have a look. It's still raining, like really badly raining. Ugh. Still got my shorts on and no shoes, so let's just have a little look out the window at what we're dealing with. It's 9 o'clock and there's still quite a few cars in the car park, so I think I'm going to be pretty safe. I've not really seen any security actually out in the car park. There's been quite a few security walking on the actual platform of the train station, but none in the car park, so that's good. I will go out for a wander in a bit. I'll probably leave it about another hour before I actually go out there, just to let it sort of die down a bit. I'm not actually sure what time the last train is. They'll probably be running most of the night, if not all the night. It'll probably prevent me from getting any sleep, but you know, that's all part of doing these sorts of things, isn't it? So I'm used to not getting any sleep anyway. So I have 2 young children at home, so pretty much averaging about 4 hours a night at the minute. So this rain really won't ease up though, will it? Let me just do the test. I'm going to put all the lights on, okay, and then we're going to close this door and see just how well the light gets blocked once the door's shut. Ready? Look at that. You're not getting any light through there, are you? Anyone that watched this van build will know how particular I was about making sure that that join on that door was pretty like airtight, so that no light came through whatsoever. And the same with down there where the power station is as well. Very, very important. Oh, there's a train going by. Right, let's once again retire into the back of the van. Probably giving the game away every time I open that door and let that light flood through, but we're okay. I'm even gonna shut that now just to block the light out. I think I'm gonna watch the new series of Black Mirror, which is on Netflix. Before I head out for my walk, I am going to get the bed ready for tonight. But you may remember in the last video I said that I wasn't comfortable with where the toilet was. in there. So I'm going to move that over to there, and I'm going to make the full bed, and then I've got the option then as to how I sleep, essentially. I think I'm going to be nice and comfortable tonight. Something soothing about sleeping with the rain hitting the roof like that. If you hear this sloshing around, it's not wee, it's actually the flush in there, honest. Appear to have chocolate or something on my cushion. There we go. I mean, if I'm going to have a toilet here, right, this works quite fine. It'd be in a box, lift it up, can sit here. The only problem is that now these hooks, all my clothes and everything, this is all in the way. Don't want that sort of being behind me. So what I might have to do is put some hooks on this door. I very rarely open this door, especially when I'm doing these stealth camps. I don't go out that way. Out through the bulkhead is the main way that I go out, so I don't really use this door that much. But you can actually get some really sort of flush hooks, and that could work. Either that, or you get the ones where they actually flip down, so they can all be mounted on here nicely. I can hang everything on it, even a pair of Crocs if I wanted to. And then obviously if I ever want to open the door, I just take all those items down and then it's out the way. And then that way I can hang my coat there, and it's not going to be interrupting with the toilet, or it can go there and it still works. Again, the other option is I have a hook or a few hooks up on the back here to hang my clothes up on. That could work, but when it's raining like it is now, I don't really want my wet clothes over my bed. Double up my sleeping bag tonight. So to make this pillow, I'm literally just using one of these other sleeping bags and just stuffing it into a pillowcase. Oh. Yep, I'd say that's pretty comfortable. There we go. One made bed. I'm going to have a little walk around outside, check out the perimeter, as it were, before we get into bed. I've just stood over to where the pay meter is, just to pretend that like I'm reading it, but really this actually looks like a pretty safe car park. It's well lit. There's people, security and things here. The only thing that's probably given me away a little bit is my windscreen, and my two front windows are a little bit steamed up, but other than that I'd say no one's gonna know. This gate's actually open now. Security's just in this lounge here, by the looks of it. But just remember, if anyone asks, I am a train spotter. Just looking to take a picture of a normal Great Western Railway train. Ooh, that's nice and bright. These lights kind of get brighter as you walk close to them. That police car is probably for the British Transport Police, because they've got a little station here, which is for this police car here. And there's the stealth van, look. If I'd thought about it, I probably would have parked the other way so you wouldn't have been able to see the windscreen all steamed up. So, looking at this, the next train to London Paddington is on time and it's at 10:29. So, that's in 20 minutes. So if anyone does stop me, I'll say, I'm getting on that train, but I'm a bit early, so I'm going to go sit in the car and then go back to the car park. Beep boop. freezing out there. Right, cozy back in the van. So I wasn't outside for very long, was I? I literally just walked to the thing. Look how wet my trousers are again. One thing I need to do before I go to bed, and that is lock the van. Somebody said to me, how do I not set the alarm off when I press the alarm key button? That's because a lot of these vans have sensors so that when it detects movement inside, but you don't get that in the back of these vans, you only get it in the front cab. So, and because the partition's there, there's no way of knowing. If I opened that door without unlocking the door, then the alarm probably would go off. But I'm inside. I don't know whether you're getting the full sound of that wind and rain or not, but it's pretty much, it might be a little bit too extreme. I might not be able to get any sleep. There's a thin line between it being nice and cozy and it being just too much and too noisy. Right, well, anyway. I'll see you in the morning, and hopefully that'll be the next time I see you and we don't get woken up in the night by security. Good night. Good morning. Oh, I slept really, really well. There was some weird drilling about 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, maybe they were like assembling some train tracks or something, or dismantling a train. No idea, but it was really loud. We've got a bit of sun. I'm not going to hang around this morning. I'm going to literally pack up and get out of here. Just do this. And that's it. Done. So I'm just going to say this here before I get out there and drive away. Thank you to everyone that supports the channel through buying me a beer through the link in the description. Also everyone who supports me through my memberships. You're all absolute legends. And also thank you just for watching this video. I hope you get as much enjoyment out of watching this as I do actually making it, because sometimes it's the simple camps which are the most exciting. So I'm lowering my voice because someone's walking past. I think it was just commuters. I left my shoes out here last night. Look at that. My coat is now dry because I hung it on the back of the chair. Did I bring sunglasses? Right, I'm going to get out of here before we raise any suspicion. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.